I hope you've been following videos 1, 2, and 3, and we're now here, and I messed this up a little, and I need to fix it, and I can show you how I fix it as well. Of course, the first thing is that I should have all white here, but I guess even more glaring is that gallery, which is the regular gallery, not the over gallery, is all the way over here. I don't even know how it got there, but it's easy to fix. All you have to do is click on the specific piece that it is, which is here, and go over here to the move tool and move it right on top of the other gallery. And you can use your little arrow keys at the bottom, and when all the white disappears, you know they're right on top of one another. So the only thing that really is in the right order is contact, because that's the white one and that's the one for the dark green background, except for the fact that this is not in order here either. Over, contact over should be above the regular contact, so that you have home over, tutorial over, download over, gallery over, contact over. So let's take away the overs just for a second, and we'll see where we stand. These are not even. And so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to make an attempt to fix them up. And Photoshop makes it pretty easy to do. If you'll recall, I said that if you click on the rulers, either the top or the bottom, you can pull out guides. What I probably didn't mention or probably didn't emphasize is not only do you have to have rulers checked under view, but also snap to guides, so that they go right to the guide that you pull out. I'll show you that in a second. So I have 5 different buttons here, and I know that this piece is 0 to 900 pixels. And so if I divide 5 into 900, I don't want you to strain, I've already done this, it's 180 for each one to make them all even. So I'm going to pull out another guide. I already have the 0. I'm going to go there's 150, 160, 170, 180. Right there. I'm looking up here, and it's right on the button. Now I'm going to pull out another guide, and instead of trying to figure it out, I'm going to go up to this corner here, and I'm going to move the corner to 0. In fact, I'm going to move it to 180, right on top of where I was. And now 0 is placed here, meaning the next guide will be 180, right there. I'll go to the corner again and pull it to here, and I know the next guide is going to be 180 from there, which is right here, and finally right here, and then it'll make it, get it exact if I can. Then I'm going to pull out a last guide, which is 180 from there. So now all these are lined up. Let me get one for the very end. I don't have to look at it. So we got these real even. However, we've got to get the text even. And so what we need to do is I'm going to shut off everything but home, and I'm going to click on home over as well as home, and I'm going to press the command button and click here and here. Let me get rid of this for a second. Home and home. Now, that means these two are together, inseparable, and we're going to do the same thing to both of them. I'm going to go over to here. I want to get rid of this. And you won't have this here anyway. I'm going to go to the rectangular marquee tool, which is right here, and I'm going to start right at the top, and I'm going to drag out a piece right here. This is normal, sorry. And this is exactly 180 because it goes from this guide to this guide. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to go up to the move tool again, and there's all kinds of little squiggly things here which are going to be a huge help to you, because we want to find out where this is in the middle. So if I hover over here, it says align top edges. This one's align vertical centers, and this is align bottom edges. I want this one. Now I'm going to click on this. You watch where home goes. Came down a little bit. Now in this section over here, it's align left edges, horizontal centers, right edges. So I want horizontal centers and I used vertical centers over here, so I'm going to click here. And now home is exactly in between where it should be between these two guides.
With the parent of JR, Lopez, come to the main office. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay, so now if I take home off, there's home and home, exactly right. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to go over to tutorials, and I'm going to select both of those. And in order to get rid of the marching ants, it's Command Delete. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to plop my selection right on top here. Perfect. And let's make these two visible. And they're right on top of one another. You can see that like that. And so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go up to Move. I'm going to go to the middle one here, which is Align Vertical Centers. Watch tutorials. And horizontal centers. And now it's exactly in the center. And if I take this off, you'll see it. Perfect. Command Delete in order to get rid of the marching ants. And the same thing follows. I'm going to find the spot where I need. Just like that. And then I'm going to get rid of these two. And I'm going to click on these two. And I'm going to go over here and Command to select them both at one time. Go to the Move tool. Horizontal centers, vertical centers, horizontal centers. And now that's smack in the middle. Command Delete. I'm just going to do them because you basically have the idea. Get rid of these two. Command to select both of these. Let's make sure we can see them. It's way off, not a problem. Go to Move. Center them. Perfect. Command Delete gets rid of the marching ants. Last one. Drag it out. Hide these. Turn these on. Click. Command will click them both so we can move them. We're doing that so we can move them both at one time. The Move tool. Click. Click. Directly in the center. And now let's see what we've got. We're going to only have the normals on. Look how neatly they're aligned. And now we're going to turn off the background and turn on this background and get rid of what we don't need. Click on what we do need, and that's what that's going to look like. When you're finished, since you don't need these guides, just get yourself a double arrow by putting on top, double arrow, double arrow, double arrow, and when you finish, you will have a beautiful, centered, and aligned rollover. Make sure you save.